What's up? Welcome to the locker room. You guys know this is me, Michael Irvin, right here on my YouTube channel. As a matter of fact, I appreciate you guys tuning in right here on the YouTube channel. Find a friend, tell your friend, press the button. Let's keep going. Join the locker room so we right here can, like that word says, confess one to another, pray ye one for the other. And in this, we shall all find healing. Confession in the locker room. That means this safe place that we can talk real talk. You get what I'm saying? Real talk. We have to start off some real talk. There are a lot of things going around in National Football League that I want to real talk about or really talk about. Yeah, we saw. We'll start with the Monday Night Football game because that was an incredible game. You guys know Lions, Bears, Lions and Ravens. I mean, and then I got to talk also about the news coming out of New York. And I told you guys this was going to happen or look for it to happen. Jackson Dart to start next week or start Sunday versus the Chargers. Jackson Dart starting versus the Chargers. Of course, peeps, we must talk about the Cowboys. We must discuss how disgusted that look when we saw the Cowboys lose to the Bears 31-14. We jump and start with first Monday Night Football, where the Lions beat the Ravens 38-30. And right now the Ravens are sitting at 1-2. Let's talk Lions first and what we saw in that game. First of all, let's give the Lions the credit. They won that game. And they won the game in a way that I didn't think they could win the game. The way they were running the football on the Ravens, and that set everything up. Goff only threw for 202 yards and a touchdown. Montgomery and Gibbs, Montgomery 12 for 151 was going off, man. And it's so funny because I'm telling you guys, I had, because when we did Cam and Mace Sunday night, which comes on Monday morning after the games, and Mace wasn't there, I was with Cam. Cam wasn't there, I was with Mace. And so they asked, the bet on underdog was 56 yards for Gibbs. And Mace was like, I'm going to let you answer this, Michael. I'm going to let you answer because, what do you think? I was like, 56 yards? Yeah, they got a couple linemen missing. You know what I mean? So I said, yeah, you get 56 yards. And then I watched the game. I never really bet on, let me just say this, I never really bet on games. But once I said that 56, now I want to be right. I got just a little teensy weensy beanchy beanchy of what gamblers go through. Because I'm over here calculating. His first run was for 1 yard, right? I think 2 yards. And then he lost 4. So I'm like, if he got 1, lost 4, we -3 right now. This shit was running me crazy. Oh, he just went for 4 yards. Okay, now we're at +1. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh my God. This is what gambling does. It makes you even watch that aspect of the game. I'm watching who's winning, but I'm focused on them 56 yards. I'm counting them 56 yards, And then when Montgomery gets in, remember he breaks off that first early run. I'm like, that's the wrong mother. That's the wrong mother brother. I needed Gibbs to be making that run. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I thought that put some interest on the game for me. I thought that was very interesting. Very interesting. I don't ever think I'll get into big gambling, but yeah, maybe some kind of way we can find a way to play. I'm talking about all of us together in things that interest you. And I'd imagine fantasy football is like this, because you're playing now for the individual also. And yeah, I never really played fantasy football either. You know what I mean? So I don't know anything about that. But I want to do things and learn things and do things with you guys. So yeah, now that I got some time, I may look into that. I thought the Detroit Lions looked great last night. I'm gonna tell you this: anytime a team can lead with that kind of rushing attack, 151 for one guy, another 67 for Gibbs. Anytime a team can lead with that kind of attack, running the ball, they're going to play, and it's going to be difficult to beat. St. Brown went 7 for 7 and 7, just key plays all over the field. And I think Detroit is starting to find their rhythm. You know, back to back real good wins for them after that Green Bay loss and everything. Now, my concerns are more on the Ravens side, guys. It really is. And I want us to talk about this. And I saw somebody say something up here about the Ravens. What are you saying? I'm like, you've been busy about it all over the place. What is it? What is this? Who is it? Sugar High. Hi, Michael. You have been a busybody all over the place, doing good, doing good, especially checking out our favorite person's door. Keep speaking truth to power. God bless you and your family in Dion. Yeah, I want to see Shador do so. Opportunities here. I'm gonna tell you something. I tell you in Cleveland what I want them to do in Cleveland here. Let's just turn this thing into what I talked about before for the Cleveland Browns. We know Cleveland won. It was a break, they won a game. But they won. And they beat the Packers. So congratulations to them on that. But I'm just saying, I think for Cleveland, Shador and Dylan Gabriel should have an in-season open quarterback competition right now. 1 week I'll start him. Next week I'll start the next guy. You're talking about interest in Cleveland that will go through the roof. It would be insane if they did that. Now, back to, oh no, that Michelle said that's dumb. No, Michelle, that's not dumb. Listen, let me tell you, there are two things here. Let me tell you what, the two things. You ain't going nowhere with this frolic. No, I shouldn't talk about people. You're not going anywhere with Joe Flacco. You know what I'm saying? And so now, are you going to kill the information you need this year to help prepare you for next year, holding on to a false hope that you're going somewhere this year when you know damn well you ain't going nowhere? That's okay. That's okay. You're not going anywhere. So get yourself out of what I call a lose-lose. Joe, you're not going anywhere. You got Joe playing, and he's not going to be here next year. So whatever information, situation you think you've earned, it's carry over to next year, that's out. You're starting all back over at zero next year. And nobody's interested than Joe Flacco and the Cleveland Browns that aren't going to go anywhere, even if you win a few games like you did with Green Bay last week, because they're going to say, where you really going? But you start finding out about them two young quarterbacks. Oh my God. I guarantee you that, yeah, that will bring so much interest to Cleveland because everybody would want to see that battle. But more importantly than it bringing everybody, it gives you the information you need before you go back in this draft next year. You're going to be stuck still, aren't you? You know what I mean? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Until you find your quarterback of the future, you're going to be stuck, and you're putting so much resource to it. You got to let it play out. You got Deshaun Watson over there. You just got to let it play out. Joe Flacco's not going anywhere. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. I want to get the Ravens. The Ravens are concerning. Everybody has given the Ravens almost like a pass to the AFC Championship game. And last night, it happened again. Lamar went 21 to 27, 280 yards and 3 TDs. And on the head, that sounded like, oh my God, he played great. But he took 7 sacks. 7 sacks. And I don't know, I haven't watched or saw, I haven't seen everybody that spoke on this today because I've been busy. But what I saw is everybody's talking about like it's the offensive line. I see Lamar going sometimes too far. It's almost like it's been headwind for him. You ever heard when they tell you absolute power, absolute corrupt, all that kind of stuff. Right. Headwind, that means you felt something, somebody said something to you or about you, you got drunk off of it. That's what I call headwind. You gotten drunk off it. So and me too. We've given him so much love for being the man and standing in the pocket and playing the game from the pocket, and how much he's learned and has grown in the pocket passer he is. I must imagine he's always wanted this kind of love. And the pain it must have been, even when he came in the league, saying, "Yeah, I'm a running back," when he always wanted to be considered a pocket passer. And now that you got the love and everybody's saying, "Oh my God, he's a pocket passer," it's headwind for you. Damn, 7 sacks. If you gotten out just a pitch of a second sooner on a couple of them runs, they were 30 and 40 yards in front of you. Stop trying to make people see you how you want them to see you, dealing with the pain of your yesterday. It's messing up the promise of your tomorrow. Joker, when you drop back, every time they're dropping all of these guys in the coverage, you drop back. That's 6 yards. Go get it. That's 7 yards. Go get him. That's 8 yards. Go get him and slide down. And now all of them people that's dropping back, and you sitting back there holding the ball, trying to find somebody open, but they're dropping back in zones and all of that. Just run, man. Run. Don't get caught in the headwind. And I feel he's getting caught in the headwind. You know what I mean? Right now, feeling good about being called a pocket passer. And you got to come out of it. And you have that issue, and I saw that issue in the playoffs last year. Because that's the thing that's the thing that's stopping him. And that's the thing he has to correct to get over the greats, to get over beating the Josh Allen, to get over and learn how to beat the Patrick Mahomes, to ever try to get over and beat a Jalen Hurts. You got to learn that one thing right there. 7 sacks should not have happened to an athlete like Lamar Jackson. I hadn't heard anybody say that. Now, it may happen to a quarterback. You see, it may happen to a quarterback, but since Lamar has always been called athlete, now he's trying to prove to us he's a quarterback and just wants to be a quarterback. But it should never happen to an athlete like Lamar Jackson. And it did. And it could have been more. A couple of times he waited so late, he just barely got a yard past the line of scrimmage. That's all I'm saying. You put that on top of just those little things on top of Derrick Henry fumbling and giving up 1,000,000 yards rushing. That looks bad. And that's a recipe for bad things. Now, his next statement might not go over well, but the reality is Kansas City Chiefs, that's who they play next. Ravens are 1-2, Chiefs are 1-2. And right now, everybody keeps saying, "Oh, the Chiefs will get it together, Chiefs will get it together." And we'll see. But right now, the Chiefs look like one of those kind of teams that can fix an aching team. You know how you got a headache? That's why I call it an aching team. A headache. They said take 2 aspirins and call me in the morning. Well, the Chiefs, you know, the amount of points they're putting them up, they could almost become that team. I'm not talking about it, and that's what everybody goes. The Cowboys truly are that team right now. Because when the Giants look bad, and I shouldn't even start messing with the Chiefs like this because it opens up Pandora's box for the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? But the Ravens, I need the Ravens to show me that who they are, and they got to separate. You lost to Buffalo. You're gonna lose Jared Goff. You can't lose because Buffalo and Josh Allen, Detroit and Jared Goff are all 2 top teams. I don't know that Kansas City should be considered, or is considered, not in my book right now, a top team. They don't look good at all. Now, you go in and you look like this against Kansas City, then that'll be Armageddon in Baltimore. That'll be Armageddon in Baltimore to look like that. But you got the weapon to fix it. And it's the quarterback. And I'm worried. I'm worried here about Lamar because everybody's giving him praise. And I don't hear enough people talking about no athlete like Lamar Jackson should get sacked 7 damn times. I hadn't heard nobody say that. Not anybody say that. And we should be saying that. We should be saying it. But we'll get on that. We'll get on that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, Shador don't deserve this mess. Shador, everybody, I know I love Shador too. You know, Caddy Daddy, Shador. And then everybody's on Shador talking also about, you know, what he said with the Ravens. And Dion, I saw Dion on New Heights podcast talking, saying that, yeah, why would you want to go sit behind Lamar Jackson for 10 years? I was right. He's right. I'm with that too. If you think you should have gotten drafted much higher, somebody taking you in the 5th round, and they're going to call like they blessing you in the 5th damn round. Reality is I'd rather sign a free agent deal. So be gone with all that Adam Schefter reporting. You guys got to understand the reality. Who gives a damn about a 5th round salary? You rather pick your own team and have a chance of making a team than going to a team that I don't want Lamar to draft me in the 5th round. I'm not making any money coming in. They don't have any need to play me. You see what I'm saying? Lamar's not going anywhere for 10 years. There's no chance. So yeah, I don't have any problem with that. But we got to understand and stop trying to turn it like, oh man, he was feeling high and mighty. It had nothing to do with the price of tomatoes. You got to look for your best opportunity to get your butt on that football field, and it was not going to be in Baltimore after you've been a 5th round pick. Now, if you had a 1st round pick going to Baltimore, that's a different thing. That means they got plans, or they wouldn't have spent that high of a pick on you. There's some going on, and Lamar may not be there for the next 10 years, but that ain't the situation. So I just didn't like how people started trying to turn that into something. See, I told you he was a problem child. See, I told you that's why he didn't get drafted. No, Joker, you don't call me late with nothing to offer, but I can have you in my uniform. You know, some crazy way Lamar Jackson gets hurt, maybe we'll think about putting you on the field. If I'm going that late, man, I want to go to the right place. A lot of people rather not even get drafted that late and choose their team so they can have a better opportunity to make the team. You guys got to understand that. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, hey, kudo 88, you're right. They're going to play who gets the money because they got to justify to the owner and to everybody else why we gave them that money. He can't be sitting on the floor or sitting on the bench. He has to be on the field. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be on the field or they're going out. Of course, he has to be on the field and playing well or we're going to have a problem. Johnny Dallas, Irvin. Do you think Dallas will win another game this season? Brother, I'm going to get into that. Right. I'm afraid if I jump into it, I'm going to run too deep on that. That's why. Let me get Jackson Dart out of the way. I told you guys here. Let's get Jackson Dart out of the way. And then we're going to jump all into that Cowboys thing. Run with it. And there's so much in there, man. And where I think there's a disconnect on all of it. I want to write this down so I don't forget as I jump in talking about Jackson Dart. You guys heard, let me just hit this right fast. So Jackson Dart's going to start for the Giants. He'll start against the Chargers. one of the better defenses in the National Football League. Now, here's my thing, guys, when this happens. And I said it then, I thought they would be making this move because of the same thing I just told you guys in pertaining to the Cleveland Browns. Now that they know Russ can't get them anywhere this year, they want to get out of the lose-lose business. Oh, Russ can't take that step with us this year. We know he won't be here next year. So each rep says we're in lose-lose business because it's adding to a losing game that week and it's going to add to losing and having nothing in that position ready next year. So here you go. The Giants have done it. They said, let's sub in. Let's get Jackson Dart started. 4 years in college. He's 22 years old and his time started. Let me give you my concerns. And it's interesting because we're watching, as I speak, confirmation about what I'm sharing about. Sam Darnold just got a big deal. Geno Smith got him another deal. You know, Sam Darnold's got a big deal. Daniel Jones looks like Indiana Jones. Over there in Indy, Daniel Jones looks like Indiana Jones. I just came up with that. Did they say that? Did anybody hear that in Indy yet? I'm sure they should come up with that. I'm sure somebody's throwing that around. You know what I mean? But that's pretty cool, now. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like that Daniel Jones has become Indiana Jones. I just came up with it because I was just messing with New York. I'm looking at all these quarterbacks, Geno Smith, Sam Darnold, Zach Wilson, Daniel Jones, quarterback after quarterback after quarterback that has gone to New York and started early. Started even when they had enough physical skill set, but did not have enough mental aptitude to handle that New York crowd. This is what we're talking about. This is what the game is. See, I'm saying this to you New Yorkers. Back the hell down. Shut up and settle down. And give this young man an opportunity to develop. Don't run somebody else out of town and then look back and see an Indiana Jones situation going on again. Give these people time. I'm saying this for the young Dart. Back up, man. It's going to take time. And see, when it goes bad in New York, oh, New Yorkers, y'all get proud about it. And I'll take this. We're New Yorkers. Yeah. And you ain't been you've been without a quarterback forever. So you got to back the hell up and let people develop mentally, not just physically, before you put all that New York stuff on them, man. I'm telling you, man, that trips me out. And I worry about them young men that you get over in New York. And New York got some talent. You got some talent. And this kid can play. Jackson Dart can play. I just want him to have time to develop. I want you guys to understand in New York, this is a young guy, okay? We're going to take some lumps. But since he's a young guy, the lumps aren't lose-lose. So it's a little painful now. But when you see something good, you feel good. Because that's what you'll see more of later. You just got to get through to the peaks and valleys right now as he grow up and learn what he can and cannot do. You know, when they put him in the game the other day, I thought this was interesting. You know, he had a couple rushes, 0 yards. You know what I thought? I said to myself, I bet he's sitting at home because he can run. I bet he's sitting at home saying, oh my God, these some fast ass brothers in this league. Two rushes with his speed in college would have got him plenty yards with his talent and skill set. But here, the defensive line is faster than the quarterback. The Michael Parsons are faster than the quarterback. They want to race Tyreek Hill. So you know you can't outrun them. You got to give them time to learn all of this, the speed of this game, the different ways in which all of these coordinators, defensive coordinators, are going to attack them. If they find anything, imagine he has to play 17 different coordinators or 17 different games. And every time they're going to give him something new. That first year is a monster. So come on, New York. Help me be better. Help me help you by not going all out and destroying this kid. He wants to come and be your savior. Patience on your part will be required. I'm sharing this with you so you can get what you always want. Let's get to the base of this. Let's talk about what we saw Sunday. Two things. We go Browns beating Packers. Browns beat the Packers 13-10. Love went at 483, one TD, one interception. Right? Okay. So I said, all right. Boy, the Browns, without that great running from Josh Jacobs, puts pressure back on Love. And Love had fulfilled that role consistently. And that's how they lost last week. And then I started thinking, okay, they coming here to play the Cowboys. Cowboys last week lose to the Bears 31-14. You guys watched that game. Caleb Williams, MVP of the league. 298 yards, 4 TDs. That was MVP of the league, 0 sacks. He's never had 0 sacks. And the Cowboys gives him 0 sacks. You see, Dak Prescott, 251 yards, 1 TD, 2 interceptions. I'm going to tell you, I really like Javonte Williams, 76 yards rushing. I really like it. But the key now is going to be the receivers in that click up, that rotate. Receiver 2 goes to 1, receiver 3 comes to 2, receiver 4 comes to 3, while CeeDee Lamb is out. That worries me. I just always, without 88, then and now, this becomes a different football team. And I want to hear you guys and what you have to say. Because I know you guys want to talk about this Cowboy stuff. That's why I saved it the last to keep you around a bit. Now let's dive into this and see where it runs. I got a number of issues with what went on and how it went on. First of all, I want to say this. I said it. You guys heard me say it here. I'm T.I. Red of the dumb stuff. Like, why the hell do I have a best player in a passing league that I have paying this kind of money to and have built this whole passing offense around pitching him the damn ball in the backfield? Do you guys understand? Those front guys are 300 pounds. And I just told you when we were talking about young Dart, how fast they run. That's 300 pounds. All of them. Or 270, 280, 290. All running. You will risk a $35 million wide receiver and put them in a position where we put three, four, $5 million running backs because of the pounding and the hitting and the banging that they take. That's why you won't pay them. That's why we won't give them any long-term deals. None of that. And you take your best player and put them back there. That's until I read that dumb stuff. That's dumb stuff. And I'm from CD. I don't even want it. I don't want it. I'm gonna do this for 2 yards, for 3 yards. I'm going to take these hits for 2, 3 yards. Come on, man. Put a running back in there for that. I'd rather go run down this field and catch me 20 yards, 12 yards, 15 yards, and get hit by guys that are 190 pounds instead of them 320 and 30 and 40 pounds. That's what I'm saying to that. Come on, let me hear from you guys. Come on. Stop messing around, Dallas Irvin. I miss Tom Landry. We all miss him. God bless him. R.I.P. Tom. But this is serious business with what we look like right here. Stop messing around, man. Come on, man. Why is it never about Dak? It is about Dak, John. It's always about Dak. You're seeing it incorrectly. I say it's always about Dak because this is a passing game. This is a passing league. And if it's about Dak, we have to make sure we have him the proper equipment to perform at his best. And CeeDee Lamb is the proper equipment in the passing game, not the running game, not that position that we throw people at and throw talent at and throw away. We basically throw it away. We don't throw it away, but we're looking to find one in the next one. As soon as they get 12, 13, 14, $15 million at school, we drafting young running backs. Every week they drafting young running backs all the time. It's the position is too hard on the body. I love him, man. I love Earl Campbell. I see him. Gave me some of the greatest days of my life watching football. Because he played Miami twice a year, you know, he played Miami all the time too. I used to watch him kill Miami. I've never seen anybody run like this. I don't see him running anymore. I don't see him walking anymore. I see him wheelchair. Because it takes such a toll. And it just takes a toll getting hit over and over and over and over by 330 and 40-pound bodies all the time. We got to be smarter than that. That's my issue. We got to be smarter than that. 10 years, I'm out on Dak. 10 years. That's it. Okay. Even if you're out on Dak, don't get out on the Cowboys. And if you want Dak out, then you get out on we're out. Don't you see these teams that don't have quarterbacks and what they're going through? Don't you see that? So the track when Dak won you 12 games, 5, 12, 5, 12, 5, and 12 5, when he has the proper things around him. Yeah, he hasn't gotten you to the NFC Championship game or Super Bowl, but he has you in the fight. The first requisite of the business is make me earn the right. I must earn the right to continue my fight. That means I have to go 12 and 5. That's the first prereq before we can get to all of that. And that has gotten us to that every year except last year. 3 in a row. He's gotten us to that playoff. So I'm not out on that. Now, Dak has come up short in the very biggest moments. That makes the difference between, oh, this is a very good quarterback, and that dude different. And it's not a physical skill set. It's just, I think, a mentality. I got to expect to make this play and not hope and want to make this play. I got to know I'm going to make that play. It's the way I carry myself. But you got to give him the right people around him to do it. And we've had the talent in those years. They were there. It was there. And it did not get done. I see the best Dak Prescott I've seen this year in a while, in a long time, in at least the last few years, because I thought he had kind of been still dealing with some injury thoughts the last few years. But now I think his head is free, his mind is free, and the issue becomes now what we have around it. We can skirt this, or we can talk dead ass in the eye of it. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to ask you guys, you know what I mean? By saying we can skirt this, or we can talk dead ass in the eye of it. When you're talking about the Cowboys, only one thing matters. Right here, right now. Only one thing matters that we determine the type of season Dallas Cowboys have. Right here, right now. And that's Dak Prescott and George Pickens. Right here, right now. George Pickens has an opportunity of a lifetime to show all of this league who he is. If he has the physical skill set to be a number one receiver, or the mentality to be a number one receiver, or leadership that's going to require being that number one receiver, all of those answers are going to get, all those questions are going to get answered in the next 3 weeks, because CeeDee Lamb won't be on that football field for 3 weeks. We need to go get Amari. I am not opposed to that. I am not. Hey, listen, let me tell you something, man. I am not opposed to that whatsoever right now. Boy, that's pretty good. I'm thinking about that because I am worried. And why do I like Amari when you said it? Because I didn't think about it really. But why do I like Amari? It's because Amari's not going to mess up anything that's here already. We just need a little help until CeeDee gets back. And if he can help us scoop a game or two in here, then yeah, and he already knows the offense. That's why that works, because he already knows the offense. He understands it, and you can kind of put him in there. Yeah. I agree. Get Amari. I like that. I like that. Here, let me see. My cardiologist told me to not let you do this. To me this year, I am over water bills at all 88. What does that mean? Not let me do what to you? Hey, Caddy Daddy. Mike McCarthy, let me get the heart rate up talking about the Cowboys. What are we saying here, Mike? This, you guys do understand. This is not a choice. You ride this wheel by force. This is what it is. You don't ride this wheel by choice. You ride it by force. That means I don't want to go up and down like this. I divorced him on Sundays. I'm done with this. I can't do that. This emotional roller coaster, man. I'm not getting caught up in this thing, man. But by Wednesday night, right before the Thursday night game, you back at the altar. You say, I do, and we got a chance. And then after the Thursday night game, say some NFC team lose, Commanders, pick any team, Detroit, pick any NFC team that's ahead of, where it was projected ahead of Dallas. Once they lose, you say, we got a shot. Such and such loss, and we just win the game. So let's just stop talking about it. We here for each other, but we got to ride this thing out. Ain't no jumping off the bandwagon. You know what I mean? Yeah. It just ain't no jumping off the bandwagon. That's just what it is. You know, Johnny, how do I fix this? And That's why I come back to what I'm saying. And let me be frank, because it's the locker room. And I promise you guys, I will always be frank with you. I want to see more aggression out of George Pickens. It's a big dude. I want to see more aggression. My guy Igor was over here stretching me today. And I said, this dude is so talented, is so gifted. I'm watching him run slant routes. Big. He'll come up, get up on the guy, and then he runs away from him, like getting separation. You know how hard that is? Because you're running here, and then you're going to sprint in here. You're going to sprint on the slant. So you're sprinting towards that damn linebacker. You shitting me? Are you joking? You're going to sprint towards the linebacker? They catch a slant route? So I'm like, okay, I don't know why receivers don't do it anymore. They want everything so cute, like I see on social media. I'm like, so go back and look at when I ran slant routes because I guess I started at defensive end. So I took the techniques from defensive end, took them out and press coverage and use them. I'm using my hands. I'm touching people. You're a big body. George he's a big body running slant routes like a little body. So a little body's getting away. They're running because they know that people will cover them up. But you have a big body, you can cover the defender. I'm not even trying to run away from him. I'm going to take my time on that slant route. His greatest fear is in back of him. I'm going to take my time on going up the field. Stop. I want to right here with you. The last second when I know Troy or he knows Dak is about to throw, use your damn hands and swim him and get him off you. And then turn, the ball will be there. The linebacker will still be way over there because you took your time out here. And now you don't have to let that ball slip through your hands because your body's tightening up, worried about that hit coming. And the ball could go through your hand or the ball bounce off your hand. If I keep him out here, bam, and I stood. As soon as I hit him, I try to bust their ass. I'm gonna break something. I try to break something on. When you swing, Troy's throwing the ball right now when I'm swinging on his body. So I'm pushing him this way as I come this way. And now the ball hits me, boom. I'm far away enough from him, and there's no way he can recover because I made sure he was going that way when I started this way. I didn't come up and then start running, and it's a foot race. He already know you're going in. Come on. You know, George is like that too, and I want him to be more aggressive. I swear to you guys, I've been thinking, I'm going to call Dion too. I'm going to call Dion. When I went to that game in Houston, Dion got some big boys. They were doing the same thing. I was like, this is killing me. This is killing me. Y'all giving it back. Y'all got the advantage, all the advantage, and you got big bodies, and you're saying, I'm a small guy. You're playing small ball, and that's big boy ball. Slant routes are big boy ball. You got to know how to play big boy ball. You understand? I'm right here. Bam, bam, boom, that ball. I'm telling you, you can't stop it. It's physically impossible to stop. Physically impossible. I guarantee you, he'll be a number one receiver by the time I'm finished with him. I would take him, and we're going to spend a week. I'm going to line a dummy up 4 yards on that slant route. And we're gonna take our time running slant route. We're going to slap that dummy, and we're going to come on. Boom, boom. I want him on the right side, boom. and then we're gonna go on the left side, slap that dummy, come right off that slant. I would have him training like this every day. Every day. I don't ever want you to run a slant where you don't lay your hands on that corner. All them big receivers, they should never run a damn slant route where you don't lay them hands on that corner. Yeah, let me calm down. Y'all got me thinking I'm about to go line up. I'm dreaming about slapping a joke beside his head. I don't understand why they don't even want to do it. I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it. I wanted to send a message. So next time we play, damn, that dude's strong. They be hitting me like he crazy. I remember hearing Darryl Green say one time when he was watching me as a rookie. So I was watching film, and he said, yeah, I'm telling you, dude, let's go 8-8. Yeah. Hey, EF 84. You hear me? I had myself hyped thinking about playing. Like, slap this shit up. Get the fuck you go. You know what I'm saying? Just be tripping like a mug, dog. I be over here tripping like a mug, man. I know people think I'm crazy, but it's real, man. I gotta be watching these games, and you can't, think about it. You see people, everybody posting all of those bull jump footwork. They're doing all that and not using their hands. What are you doing? What are you doing? These things here are very important. Use them. All of the footwork doesn't matter without running with these legs, with their arms. They have to. When I get ready on that cut, I got this hand cocked here. You see what I mean? I'm coming when I'm running. This the cut, this the cock. Cut, cock, bam. You done. You done. They're running together. This my cut leg. That's my cock arm. I'm cocking it. I'm throwing you, dude. I'm throwing you. It's with 3 yards. We're within the 5. We can fight right here. You gotta fight. Right within the 5. I'm within the 5. I'm slapping you back, Joker. And no receivers are doing it. None. They ought to fire all the damn receiver coaches too. I mean, this is simple stuff. This is simple stuff. And then what you'll get when I start doing that to people, oh my God. Now, you know what they do then? They start lining up way inside. So I got to start widening the release to reset them back out here so I can come up to them. So I release wider. Then they got to come. They can't just stay over there. They got to come over. And so I can reset them and then get back into that slant route. Or once you so far down inside, it's 3rd and 3. Troy just said, run a quick out because he's already over there. Now you're giving it to me. It's like taking candy. Give me this from the baby. Give me this candy from a little baby. It's simple if you're willing to use these with these working together. Watch whatever team you watch, whatever team you look at, whatever player. Watch you see. They don't do it anymore. They don't do it anymore. Everybody wants to play clean, run open football when it's not reality football. And then they get in games like this and they don't know what to do. The only way the Cowboys are going to have any kind of a season if somebody get all of this shit to George Pickens to make sure he loses. Because that's what has to fall on his shoulders. Or it's going to be a long season. Yeah. It's going to be a long season. What you talking about, Jay Twice? I did say in my prayer. He's asking about my hair, man. Same here. This Pickens need you as a receiving coach of fame. Listen. If I can have, I'm telling you, if I had him for a week, he'll be a whole different dude. Did y'all? Yeah. Oh, perfect, dude. How do you say that? Gibson 1. Gibson 1. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you have a. You see what you just said, man? Huh? You saw how AJ Brown was playing? Yes. That's how you bring that back home for me. AJ Brown, when he ran that curl route, you saw him. He pushed that dude by him and then reached for that ball. That's what I'm saying. He didn't allow guys to grab on him as he's trying to come out of it. He's like, get your butt out of here. That's how you play the game, man. And they don't do that anymore. And I know they just don't do it anymore. That's just an issue. Yeah, I mean, we need you as a coach. But I wish. I wish. Yeah, yeah. You know, it's funny too, man. Let me tell you what's funny. I've had people so many times they try to tell me these things. Remember TOs and all these things. I'm like, you don't catch the ball in your hand. I said, dude, that's not true. That's not true. There's a time to catch that ball on your body. You know, you guys aren't thinking the game. You're just running around and playing the game. You know, when I come off that slant route, boom, 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 you know, and I'm running in. I'm catching it, especially on third down. I'm catching it in my body. I'm catching it in my body because they're watching film too. So this outside linebacker says, "Damn, Michael really widens on third down, and he widens when he runs the route." So when I see him widening like this, if I don't have anybody coming up, I'm going to shoot towards that slant route. So now that means boom, boom. I got him flying and the ball coming. It's third down. I try to do this. That ball, I tell y'all every time, you see how your hand, it's a natural tighten up. Your hand's gonna tighten up anyway. Just a natural thing the body does. It's not meaning you're scared. And once it tightens, you can't catch. Ball goes through your hand, ball his hand fall. That's why you gotta chest it. See, when other people tell me, Michael, you're a body catcher. Yeah, strategically I am. I want to take that third down hit. Even if they put me on a damn gurney and wheeling me off, you're gonna see that hand come from under that cover, and I'm gonna say first down while they wheel me off. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's no way I'm gonna drop that ball, or no way that ball will flip up in the air like it did, and somebody else intercept it. It's understanding the game and understanding your body and where you can put, where you can go, and what your body can do. Did you know that's why y'all ever see that Earl Spence car accident? That Earl Spence car accident, man, Earl should have been dead. God bless him. That car flipped so many times. You know why Earl's not dead? Because he was too drunk to realize what he was in. His body senses, they couldn't recognize he was in a car accident, so his body just kind of flapped around because he was blackout drunk. And it didn't crack, it didn't die because he's black. But now, if you went blackout drunk, you kill your body and that tense up. And that would have been fatal. Your body naturally tense up under pressure. You got to understand that it's going to tense up under pressure, and this is pressure. And make sure you make the proper adjustments to you for that kind of pressure so you can succeed in that kind of pressure. I'm telling you very technical stuff that I have mastered and made me win championships on every level because it's about. You see what I'm saying, Pete? That's why I trip and laugh when people say things. You know, when people say things, man. I remember, you know, these are my guys. But I remember somebody saying a tweet one time. Yeah, Michael, Megatron, Randy Moss, T.O., those guys, they never catch a ball in their chest. Okay? They never caught a ring because those are the most pressure moments. And you got to come up big in the most pressure moments. You'll have more stats, you'll have more yards, you'll have more touchdowns, you'll have more numbers. but you won't have more rings. The playmaker will make those pressure moments. If they want to be a champion, especially receivers, you got to learn what I just said right here. Or you're going to miss those pressure moments and you will not get that ring thing. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you. I feel worked up now. I feel like I gotta get to George Pickens, and I gotta try to figure this out. I was praying so hard last night. Told God that if somehow, if as much as I love walking in the room as an old man with hair, he knows I love it. I love messing with old dudes. Because everywhere I go, guys my age, nobody has hair. And they look at me like, it's a real hair. It's the first thing they always ask. Yeah, Joe, you bald, I'm not. But, and if I'm doing business with them, it's almost like gives me a little bit of an edge already. Because they think I must be a super old man if I still got all this hair and they don't have any. I don't, whatever kind of edge you can get. But and I said I'm not gonna cut it anymore because I know how badly they want it. But I said, God, I want to. It's like that. I want to offer up something. If the Cowboys win, I'll cut my hair. I was on the threshing floor, on the threshing floor. That's that place you pray real hard. And this is what I was asking for. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm asking for. Yeah, we don't trust your quarterback. The quarterback has to believe in you to make an uncanny catch, so to speak. Yeah. But and the quarterback has to understand that you understand. Let me tell you why I think, right quick before I go, what you got to do, just from the receiver standpoint. A lot of these receivers today, right? That's the snap count. That's what they do in college. They come up from college, right? Remember, I learned blue 18, shut, put. What's the difference between blue 18, sit up? Let me tell you this. That happens, and it gives me no advantage. We both start smooth. We both want to start moving on the clap. So, receiver DD. We both move same time because it's the clap. Blue 18, set, hut. Gives me a hell of an advantage because I know the snap count and he doesn't. So now I get to move first. And once I get to move first, that brings me back to something else, the law of inertia. Any moving object hitting a still object, given the same weight of size, a move the still object. Excuse me. Now I got the advantage. Because old days, they were snap counts. The snap count also helped in this sense. I go blue 18, I take the snap set. 1, 2, 3 steps back. I got 1, 2, 3 steps out here. I know 2, 3, he's getting ready to throw now. He has a 3-step hitch, let it go. I take my 1, 2, 3 hitch. I cock and cut. Cock this arm, cut off his feet, because I know he's ready to throw now. I just took my third. My third is going to be a cock and a cut, boom. So the throw, boom, boom. You see what I'm saying? The game is more than just physical. It's mental. You got to think it. I'm going to be the moving object because I'm going to go on set. I have blue 18, set. When he says HUD here, I will never hear it over there because I took out, to make sure I'm the moving object, I took out sound traveling. So it will go blue 18, all the way out to me, the wide receiver. Set. It reverberates out. So when set is hit out there, I know he's saying hut over here. So when I hear set, I go, set, go, hut. I don't wait for hut to go, hut, 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 hut. I don't wait for that sound to reverberate out to me. And the DB sitting like this, and before he knows it, oh, that's all he hears. Because I'm coming right up under his, you know what I mean? I'm the moving object. And the laws of inertia says, I shall move you. That's why I receive stuff coaches can't teach players because coaches never did it at that level. All right, guys. Y'all got me worked up. Boy, if I could just go steal a body and creep back into this game, I'll fix everything. I'm just telling you. Or if I could just somehow get to George Pickens and tell him, just try what I'm telling you. Just do it. And I'm telling you, I got to try to do that. Because if he does, and he'll see how it works, just, oh my God. It'll be like, wow, I never thought the game could be like this. Wow. I got to get him that knowledge. I got to get that knowledge. Yeah. That bang eight, yeah, dude. Double start 88, that bang eight was it. Boy. Hey. And you say I caught that bang eight. Honestly, guys. You think about this now. Honestly. That's perfect thing too. You go look at all of you can look forever. You will never see me catch that bang eight like this. You'll never see it. Why? That ball's gone. Boom, boom. That ball's in the air. I'm losing all of those games. Boom, boom. Ball's in the air. Or a ball went through that hand. I know he's coming. I know there's a guy right here. Let's go, buddy. We'll meet at the ball. And I'm going to catch the ball here. So, so you can't do anything to it. Yeah, you're right. Real eight. What's that? Real eight to be my loyalty. Yeah, hey, that's what he's really saying is BTA. I like that new saying. You know what I'm saying? That new saying BTA. I was putting belt to ass. Ain't nothing you can do when you're catching that bang eight like that. Or when they need to be catching these slant routes. And that's putting belt to ass because they're saying, wow, they're making those pressure plays. Boy, that's scary. Everybody has forgotten how to play receiver that way. And for us to have any chance, George Pickens has to learn to play receiver that way, right? Don't just be big, don't be strong, fast. I need you to be visible. And that'll be the difference. All right, folks. I'm going long because you got me so hot on this thing. You know, I was hoping we could win. Stephen, can you come on Monday after the Sunday night game? You know, I was hoping somehow. I know you're trying to bring me on to mess with me, but somehow, Joker, we win that game. What you meant for evil, we were gonna make it good, and I just when 8-8 went down, I got scared. But I'll be at that game Sunday night. I'm sure all of us will. And we'll be up there hoping and praying that somehow all of it works. You know what I'm saying? And we get a win. I appreciate it. Appreciate it because this works for me. Gives me a chance to have somebody to share with and chat with, and even get out some of my frustrations with some of the things I see. I'm trying to stay, focused enough to have conversations with you about them and not get too riled up. I'm just an emotional dude like that. You know what I mean? Brings the best out of me. So yeah, we'll see. Hey, Phil, I see you. What's up, man? Phil, hit me. I may be out that way tomorrow. So you should hit me, buddy. Right? Hey, appreciate you guys spending some time, man. Hit the button, find a friend, come on in, and let's spend some time in the locker room. God bless you. We'll talk about this thing.